What's up, guys? So it's Saturday. Rob's away working in the Bronx, and I figure while I was away, you know what? I might as well play. So I'm going to check out some of the snakes. Also, you're going to get to meet somebody that I mentioned in one of the previous videos that was there at the bar when Baker's Balls, now Blue Line Morphs, all got started. What's up, guys? So I'm Baker and this is Blue Line Morphs. If you're new to the channel, we are new. Officially, we're a ball python breeder, so we have eggs now. We're not just talking shit. But subscribe, like, comment, share, hook me up. I have an Instagram channel, blue_line_morphs. Shall we leave it? And follow me on there, DM me on there. I always try to answer. I always try to stay in contact with people. It's the right thing to do. I really enjoy it, and that's one of the best parts about the ball python community. So, like I said in the other video, I just had my first clutch. I'm going to be doing a giveaway where someone's just going to get a snake for free. I'm going to ship it up to them. We're going to pick one out together. You're just going to tell me which one you want. But we'll give more details later on. So stay tuned for that on my Instagram channel or the next couple of videos because we're still ironing out the details. So if you watched the last couple of videos, I spoke about how Blue Line Morphs was originally called Baker's Balls, right? And I wanted to change the name because it was a little raunchy and you can't really, push that. It's not really family orientated. With that being said, I did say that I was in a bar hanging out with two of my best friends where this idea was a joke, and then all of a sudden it wasn't a joke. And I mentioned Frankie Cuts. This is Frankie Cuts. So if you're wondering why he's even in the channel right now, it's because you're gonna be seeing him a lot. Like I said, Rob, so all the snakes we're gonna violate now. Rob is staying with me in my basement apartment right now. Once it gets finished, Frankie's moving in. So you'll probably be seeing him a lot. He'll probably be helping me out a lot. And once we start doing the expos, he'll probably be coming to the expos with me. So Frankie, say hi to everybody.
What's up, YouTube?
All right. So we're going to go through some of my favorite snakes of Rob's. He's not around right now. Obviously, he's at work in the Bronx. So eventually, I'm going to have him show off some of his favorite snakes. I figured, you know what? Let's have some beers. Cheers. If you're not drinking, start drinking. It's like 65 degrees outside. It's like 90 degrees in here. I'm sweating my balls off. But I have my hat on because I didn't shave my head. I don't want to show off that old man head. Plus, Frankie's a pretty boy. Don't let that fool you, by the way. Just because Frankie's like this muscular pretty boy, he's the guy in the bar where shit's hitting the fan and you just hear like someone pitter-pattering and he's jumping over the bar with a bottle trying to hit somebody in the head for you. That's who Frankie is. So don't let him put it past you. Don't let him fool you. So let's look at some of his snakes. So the first one I'm going to have Frankie Graham is this pastel DG. So just like we spoke about many times, I'm going to get into switch place. I'm going to get into the DG project also. I'm mainly focusing on clowns. So Frankie, right here. Frankie's going to grab this girl. I want to show her off a little bit. You guys haven't seen her on my channel. You've seen her. By the way, go to Rob's channel, Rob from RACR Reptiles. We're always coming back and forth with each other. I'll link it in my bio. You got it? Want me to grab it? I might tag you. So I'll link it in my bio. Make sure you go follow his channel to really see an in-depth of all these snakes. But it's time to show off some snakes.
So what's the best way to do this?
I mean, not get bit. So this is a pastel DG. Now everyone knows the DG is the recessive gene, the recessive trait, right? You need two heads or two visuals. She is my favorite. I love pastel. Ooh, I love pastel. Most people don't like pastel because it covers things over, but I love it. When you look at that head stamp, look how whited out that head stamp is, right? Look how pale and pasty that is. That is gorgeous. So I feel like with a lighter recessive gene like the Desert Ghost, that's light to begin with and really bright, when you add that pastel in, it really gives that vibrant yellow to it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Now, for the DG is a gorgeous snake to begin with, but for a relatively simple gene to add in the DG, I think this snake is absolutely phenomenal. And honestly, probably my first DG Desert Ghost I'm going to buy is going to be one of these guys. Look how nice that snake is. You know what's funny is we always talk about this. The camera just doesn't do the right. You look. The camera just doesn't do these things. No, does not do these snakes justice, man. Does not do these snakes justice. Let's put her back. I'll put her back. We'll grab another one. Here, take a look. This is Rob's Pride. Actually, I'm not going to show you Rob's Pride and Joy. It's a snake from Ozzy. I'm letting him show it off. But grab this girl. This is his chocolate Enchi Desert Ghost. He loves this snake. This is probably his most coveted Desert Ghost snake. I love it. I think it's gorgeous. Obviously, the Enchi breaks apart that pattern, extends that pattern. Then you have the Desert Ghost, which is obviously... All right. You have the Desert Ghost, which really, has that bright, vibrant yellows and browns. But when you add that chocolate on top of it, look how gorgeous this snake comes out. Look how, crisp. They're all kind of feisty, huh? Look how crisp all these lines are from the Enchi, and look how nice and dark and, rich these brown spots are from the chocolate. I mean, again, I hate to say it, but once I get into Desert Ghost jeans, I'm probably gonna like rip off Rob completely, just because the guy's got a good eye and these snakes are gorgeous. Look how nice, right? It literally looks like a chocolate bar. That's what I know it's called chocolate. It's cliche, but if you look, man, these browns are just so gorgeous, and it's broken up. And it's just such a nice snake. I believe he got all three of these Desert Ghosts from Fireballs or. Don't quote me. If you're watching the channel, whoever you got them from, comment below. I forgot exactly what the guy's name was, but that's his Enchi Chocolate Desert Ghost. Another gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous snake. Oh man, I'm sweating. You sweating?
Yeah, it's warm in here.
It is warm in here. Whose beer is whose?
Mine has the turned cap.
Smart. See, I will just start chugging the other one. Cheers again, boys. Keep drinking. All right, so let's move on. You guys know I love clowns. I got a couple clowns on the way, and of course my big girl I keep talking about. Let's grab the fire clown. Take a look at this fire clown.
Excuse me, Shelby.
I'm gonna show you the fire clown and the OD clown. See, the fire clown I really like because fire just gives it that nice, not I want to say pale, but it really makes it. She's alright. She's a little girl, huh? Look how nice. You know what? Grab me the OD clown too, right here. I'm gonna show you the difference between the OD clown and the fire clown.
This one's big.
Yeah, she's a lot bigger. So OD, jeez, I believe you got them at the same time. These were from earlier clutch. But this is the fire clown on one side. This is the OD clown. Now again, OD makes everything better. And to me, fire, the only problem with fire is obviously if you have two snakes that are fire, you have a chance of producing a white snake, right? So it can literally be a clown that's just all white, which would be kind of a waste in my opinion. But if you look, again, Rob has great taste, great style. This fire clown is absolutely gorgeous. The way it breaks up the pattern just a little bit, which could be just the genetic trait of the snake, but also with the fire, how it really lightens up each one of those dorsal pattern there, right? How nice is this snake? Now, if you compare that to the OD, the Orange Dream clown, same thing. It brightens it up a little bit, makes it a slightly different look to it, right? You have the fire, which is like a little more pale. Then you have the OD, which is a little darker, but still has that vibrant, like orange-yellow look to it. Absolutely gorgeous snakes. Again, just for a one gene combo over the snake, these two snakes I feel like are the way to go. You got fire, then you got OD. Man, I am drenched in sweat, Frankie. Let's put him back there. Put him back there. Now I don't want to show off his pride and joy because I'm going to have him talk about that. So why don't we let's grab one of these in here. So I'm not a big fan of albino. Again, when I first started like getting into reptiles as a kid, all I remember is like the normal berms and then like the albino berms. So albinos will always kind of hold a special special place in my heart just because they are like the first like morph I ever really knew about. I don't own any. I don't know if I'm ever going to own any except for my purple albino retake. This is a lavender albino. So he's got two females like this. Now everyone's seen the normal albinos, right? The yellow and the white with the red eyes. They are really nice, gorgeous snakes. But the lavender albino, see, you know what's funny? The camera just doesn't pick it up. But as they get older, the white spots don't really stay white. They start getting that purple look to them. So if you're going to go with albino, I highly recommend going with the lavender albino. It's a relatively cheap snake. I think you got it for $200 or $300 a piece, which is not that much more money than a regular albino. So in my opinion, if you're going to go with albino, I'll get the lavender albino. So once they get older, man, they look so nice. This will really turn like a really nice like purple look opposed to like the white look. With that being said too, back to the DG, the Desert Ghost. One good thing about them is we all know the snakes lose their color as they get older. But with the DG, they seem to get better with age. Who doesn't like that, right? The older the DG gets, man, I'm drenched. Perfect reptile room. So as the DG gets older, they happen to look better. I think that's a huge plus when it comes to DG. All right, let's look at what should we grab? You know what, Frankie? While I'm looking down here to grab one, he knows all my snakes. He was there for each one. Why don't you take out your favorite snake of mine, then we'll talk about why it's your favorite snake.
Gotta be Luna.
You like Luna? I can take her out.
Always had her around my neck.
Oh, she's mad.
So Luna, my girl that just gave birth 3 days ago, that's Frankie's girl. Every time he came over, you know, my friend's just walking my house. It is what it is. Every time he came over, he puts the snake around his neck, and that's his girl. He even says to me, "Oh my God, she looks so skinny." And it's funny because, you know, you guys saw my last video. I'm gonna grab her. You leave it open. In my last video, where it was my first clutch, was the big deal. It was out of Luna. So she weighed in. Look at that bell. Russo and Russo white diamond. Look at her. Look at her. Put the eyes up next to her. So gorgeous. So I chose to take this one out from Rob. It's a normal pied. This is Lulu. This is his girl. Oh, back to her real quick. See, I get sidetracked. You guys know that. I get in the head a lot. So with Luna, she weighed in just under 1,700 grams when before, about a week before she laid the eggs. Now she's just over 1,000. So the eggs weighed roughly about 100 grams, and she lost about 600 grams. So she's only about 1,100 grams at the moment because he noticed it right away. I thought that was phenomenal. These snakes, 1/3 of their body weight is gone. I want to introduce you to Lulu. So just like you guys experienced my first clutch of eggs, this is Rob's first clutch of eggs, okay? This is his normal pied that he bred to his boss pied, his male he calls boss, to produce his first 3 eggs, which are in the incubator also. So I figured I'd show this guy off because this is his first female that laid eggs. We showed them off together with my first female that laid eggs. So that's it. Take a look at these snakes, man. I love normal pieds, man. Normal pieds, you know, relatively cheap snake, about $200-300 depending on the sex, but they're just gorgeous. And who doesn't love bells, right? Listen, I'm not gonna go through his whole collection because it is his collection. I want to show off some of the snakes that I like. And probably later in the week or next week, I'm going to sit here with Rob and have him show off some of his top notch. Not that those weren't top notch, but he's got some crazy snakes in there from Ozzy and Justin and all them that I really want to show off, but I want to take his glory. So I just showed off some of his more simple snakes just to give you guys a look at some of Rob's collection while I was away. Hopefully he doesn't mind. It is what it is. Worst case, I'll just change the locks and I just gained 27 snakes. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, guys, as usual, quick little video on Saturday. We're going to start drinking. We're going to have a fire. We're going to have some fun. Probably end up at Taco Bell later. It is what it is. See? Never changes. Things don't change. He's one of those friends I haven't seen in like 2 or 3 months, and it doesn't matter. He's over here, and now we're doing the same shit we always do. So, regardless, as always, guys, be safe. Please remember, always watch the 6.